Drop your attendance here in chat group. Okay, let me start today's class. I don't have time. Again, you have the class at 1:45. Okay. Uh, so yesterday we have discussed with the some last class we have started with uniform plane waves. Like we have considered the electric field and then magnetic field. So electric field, if it travels in the x direction, and then magnetic field it travels in the y direction, then that plane waves propagate in the z direction. So it is may not be on the x-axis or y-axis, because we are considering that electric field and then magnetic field in the x direction and y direction. So you can see that which we have discussed last two class, that is uniform plane wave with completely in a free space. That is this one is the our completely uniform plane wave that travels in the z direction. Okay, so with this one we have seen that what will be that electric field in the x direction here. Okay, and then magnetic field in the y direction. Then you can see that electromagnetic waves travels in the z direction. So this is our main considering completing that uniform plane waves. So these waves, like you can see that example while considering the transmission lines. So the transmission lines will have the voltage and current. So at generating station, you will have the voltage, and then current will be transmitting through the transmission line. Okay, so that completing that wave travels in the z direction. So that current and voltage. So current will travels in the completely in plane waves. Okay, so which we are considering completely from the generator side to the distribution side, that substation side. So the transmission line which we are considering, that is wave travels. So this is a completely wave travels in a cosine function, that completely real function and imaginary function. It is going to involve it. That's why we can see that real power and reactive power. While calculating that power what for transmitting waves, that is having real power and reactive power with voltage and current. So definitely it is like when that current is transmitting, so we will be having some phase shifts. That is with each of the phases you will be having some phase angles. So that also we are we are calculating. So this is the main function how we are involving completely of electromagnetic waves. So these electromagnetic waves, which is going to travel any of the medium. Those mediums, like we have seen that either it is in free space or dielectrical medium or perfect good conductor in this medium, we have to be considered. Okay, so in free space means there is no disturbance or nothing. Whichever have that input available, so same thing it will travels in the destination where we are receiving that signals. It is like nothing but we are not going to have that any part of the like a decreasing movement in a free space. So whichever accuracy of having that completely waves, it will travels in the free space as usual. So if we consider like some of the mediums like some of the depends on the material, like either it is copper, aluminum, silver, or gold. So that time how these waves will travel. So when it will be transmitted to those mediums, it's like that uniform, that amplitude, that wavelength of the waves, it will reduces further, how much distance it will travels, and then how much it will have that skin effect, like we'll call that that completely have that skin effect. So that is on surface how much it is going to travel that waves. So that is a general thing, we can see that further more. So this is the main function, that is uniform plane wave it is going to travel. So which we have seen that for the completely Maxwell considering all the Maxwell equations with respect to the time. So that is final equation having electric field in x direction and then magnetic field in the y direction. So that wave completely is going to travel either in the forward direction or backward direction. That means if we consider on z axis, so on z axis it will be having like positive and as well as negative. So here which we are representing that equation of ex em plus e to the power of j omega t minus beta z is nothing but that plane waves travels in the completely as a positive direction. That means forward direction. Now Em minus e to the power of j omega t plus beta z, which is nothing but backward direction. That is wave travels in the opposite on z direction, that negative axis. So this completely Em minus is amplitude of the wave. Em plus amplitude of the wave which is on positive direction, and Em minus amplitude of the wave which is in negative direction. So that part is commonly we are going to see that on Ex, that is having omega t. Omega t is nothing but angular frequency with respect to the time, and then beta z. So where beta is nothing but phase shift constant. That phase shift is with respect to the time, so your waveform also will go on changes. That is a phase shifting of each of the like a period of 2 pi, if you go on n pi and so on. That depends on the period of the wave signals. So that beta phase shift will changes. That's why we are mentioning this in this equation, j of omega t minus beta j. Okay, and similar way in negative axis, j of omega t plus beta j. So further we'll be seeing more calculation for completing this waves, how it is going to travel any of the medium. Now with that completely we can eliminate the imaginary term which is having completely j function. So only we can write that equation as a real function. That is real function ex is equal to em plus cos omega t minus beta z and plus em minus cos omega t plus beta z. Okay, so this is completely equation having on a z wave propagate. That is wave propagation here. So that is em plus as a forward direction and em minus as a negative direction on z axis. And similar way we can find. So this is other one is magnetic field. That magnetic field, that is where travels in the completely on forward direction. Similar way we can see that negative direction on the z axis. So these are the main functions, that is wave travels any of the medium. For example, which we are receiving that signals, radio signals, and then which from the antenna signal, that antenna from the antenna which we are receiving the mobile signals, and then TV signals. Those are all the functions is going to depend on the this electromagnetic waves, combinedly electric and as well as magnetic waves. Okay, so by having those things, by having this complete wave where it is going to travel, we need to calculate what will be the velocity of this wave. What will be the velocity of the wave that is propagate to the any of the medium. Then we have to see that what will be that wavelength. That wavelength is going to have that on the material. Okay, and then we need to see that how much wave is going to propagate, that is attenuated to the that particular medium, and then how much it is going to have that phase shift. And then other one is last one to be calculated here, impedances such medium once it is travels. So all these function need to be calculated for wave travels here, that is considering complete electromagnetic waves. Okay, so let us take the first function is that velocity when wave travels in the completely in any of the medium. So here we are considering that as our convenience, we are going to consider in a free space. Then later we can have that all the functions which medium we are going to calculate. So let us consider first one is in free space. So with phase velocity. So with phase velocity, that uniform plane wave, it defines as the velocity which the phase of the wave propagates. That is which we have seen that completely that propagate of the wave propagation on the z coordinates. That is z function with a cosine. So let us take only real function. We'll not go for more imaginary functions. So we have the cos omega t minus beta z, which we have seen the equation of this electric field and magnetic field. So we are going to consider only cos omega t minus beta z, whatever may be that amplitude, either in forward or in backward. So with this one, that cosine function omega t minus beta z, okay. So what will be the phase velocity to be particular that wave? That we know that with respect to the that the wave travels in the z direction with respect to the time. This is equal to omega by beta, where beta is nothing but phase shift of the completely that wave. So that phase shift you can calculate using of the formula omega and the root of mu and epsilon. Okay, that permeability and permittivity, which that material is going to have that particular permittivity and permeability. Okay, each of the material will have the some of the values of permittivity and permeability. Okay, so for that wave we can calculate velocity v equal to 1 by under root of mu into epsilon. So this velocity we can call it as a phase shift, that is velocity phase velocity, that representing as v suffix p. So this is sometimes we can call it as phase velocity, or you can say that generally velocity. Okay, so this is the one velocity to be calculated. Further, you can see the what will be that velocity for uniform plane wave in a free space, that you can calculate here v equal to under root of that in free space. You can expand that mu is what and epsilon is what. So mu equal to mu naught into mu r and epsilon equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. So here we are calculating in free space. So you can consider relative permittivity and relative permeability, both are one. So you can calculate further, which having mu naught value 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7, and then epsilon naught value which is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12. So after substituting this value in this equation, so we can find that velocity v equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So this much velocity that is having that wave can travels any of the medium. Okay, or you can say that velocity of light in a free space 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so this is a one function, that is a phase velocity when wave travels to the any of the medium. Okay, now second one is propagation constant. So how much it is going to propagate any of the medium. So it is going to denote with respect to the gamma. Okay, so with respect to the gamma, so with this one we can calculate what will be the propagation constant further. This we are going to calculate from the Maxwell equation, which we have seen that already. From the Maxwell equation having Faraday's law, del cross E bar is equal to minus dou B bar by dou T, which is also equal to in terms of the permeability and magnetic field minus mu dou H bar by dou T. Now taking both side curl of above this equation, that is del cross E bar is equal to minus mu of del cross dou H bar by dou T. Okay, further you can simplify this with respect to the curl, which having minus mu dou bar by dou T del cross H bar here. So taking out a constant here, which is mu, so which del cross H bar is second Maxwell equation with respect to the time, that is minus mu dou bar by dou T of mu into that sigma into epsilon, sigma epsilon plus epsilon into dou E bar by dou T. So further you can calculate simplifying this equation, and we have the vector identity of del cross E bar is equal to del of del dot E bar minus del square E bar So where divergence of electric field, that is equal to 0 for static field, so which you can substitute in the vector identity, so that finally we can write this equation after substituting del dot e bar equal to 0, which is having del cross e bar is equal to minus del square e bar, so which is minus del square e bar is equal to mu sigma dou e bar by dou t minus mu epsilon dou square e bar by dou t square. Okay, so after substituting these values, so we have the completely Maxwell, that is Maxwell equation, from the Maxwell equation of electric field, completely eliminating of magnetic field. So we can write that del square e bar is equal to mu sigma dou e bar by dou t plus mu epsilon dou square e bar by dou t square. Now, which we are seeing that waves that is going to traverse any of the medium, that is with respect to the time, that field varying with respect to the time. So with that, considering electric field that is having cos that omega t plus j sin omega t, which is e to the power of j omega t, and having plus j sin omega t. So that completely you can substitute in this equation electric field, and you can take the partial differentiation of that equation. Partial differentiation of that equation, if you do it, so j omega will get constant here, and you will get this function. Okay, so j omega epsilon plus mu epsilon j omega square e bar. So here you need to do with the 2 times, that is e electric field. Now, after taking that partial differentiation with respect to the time t, we'll have the del square e bar is equal to j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon, which you can taking j omega square minus here. Okay, so we'll get it here completely. Del square e bar is equal to j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon, which is for both electric field and as well as magnetic field. So with this one, we can take that equation from the this one phasor form, which having that completely plane wave, that is del square E equal to gamma square plus E bar, where gamma is nothing but propagation constant, that is in electric field. Similar way, magnetic field, sorry, here it should be H here, uh, del square h bar is equal to, that is gamma square h bar. So this is completely propagation constant. So further simplifying after this, we have the completely where gamma is equal to under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so this function where previous slide that is having here, so which gamma square, so we can write that completely this equation as constant as gamma square, and this one also as gamma square. So after taking that gamma as under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon, so this one is nothing but as a propagation constant. So this is having of the any of the medium that is going to propagate of that wave. So here propagation constant, both we are considering complex quantity, that is a real function and imaginary function of the term. So this is also equal to the real term and imaginary term. You can equate that gamma is equal to alpha plus j into beta. So where alpha is nothing but it is a attenuation constant. That is, it is going to defend as when wave travels through medium and it is going to get attenuated, that particular medium, and then after sometimes that wave travels to the such medium, that amplitude of that medium will reduces. Okay, so it will not be the same which have that wave having amplitude. So after reaching to the such medium, that amplitude of the wave it will reduces. So it is represented by only that real part of the propagation constant. So it is called as attenuation constant. Here attenuation constant means that after reaching to the wave any of the medium, so which is after attenuated, further that amplitude of the wave will reduces. that after reducing this amplitude such medium, so that so it is going to call it as attenuation constant. So it is going to denote as attenuation constant as alpha. Okay, so it is going to measure this attenuation constant. It is going to measure uh, Napier per meter. Napier per meter. This one is a unit of the attenuation constant. So further you can see that Napier is what? Actually, Napier is, it is a one unit that is going to call one Napier is equal to 8.686 decibel. So this one is we are going to represent as in decimal here. That Napier, one Napier is equal to 8.686 decibel here. And or you can just you can write that one decimal is equal to 0.115 Napier here. Okay. So further you can calculate that completely propagation constant alpha, that having formula, so which derivation is there, but in your syllabus it is not included this derivation part. So you can remember only this equation. Okay, you can remember only this equation for the propagation constant, which having alpha is equal to under root of mu epsilon over upon 2, then of under root of 1 plus sigma over upon omega epsilon square minus 1. So this function is completely having attenuation constant, that is unit of this one Napier per meter. Okay, so remember this formula, always we'll be utilizing this one. And then so alpha will call it as attenuation constant. Similar way, now propagation constant. So when that wave travels through the such mediums, that phase change will occur. That means after reaching to the such mediums, will have the phase shifting. That is, it will not be same as like in free space. So once it is reaches to the medium, so that phase will changes it, phase will changes. So so we are like phase angle for transmission lines will be calculating, right? So that same thing it will be going to have that particular once that medium is reaches. So such phase changes occurs, we'll call it as propagation constant. So sorry, not propagation constant, it is a phase shift constant. So such expressed in terms of the imaginary terms of the propagation constant. So such medium once it is existing, that we will call it as phase shift constant. So real part we will call it as attenuation constant of completely from the propagation constant. Imaginary term which is going to have that propagation constant, that we'll call it as phase shift constant, or you can say that phase constant here. So this function definition, that phase shift constant is going to measure in radian per meter. Okay, and have that same thing formula of attenuation constant, except here. So you can see that this one is plus, whereas in attenuation constant having as minus here. So remaining same thing for a real part will have the minus 1, and whereas the phase shift constant for imaginary function will have the plus 1. So that is phase shift constant, it's beta. Beta is equal to under root of mu epsilon by 2 of under root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square plus 1. Okay, so this attenuation constant and phase constant. So after reaching this, other one is what we'll have intrinsic impedance for particular wave. So that particular wave, we can calculate that what is the intrinsic impedance of the medium. That is, we are going to represent as this intrinsic impedance is eta. Eta is equal to under root of j omega mu over upon sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, so eta is equal to under root of j omega epsilon. So numerator will have the complete permeability with respect to the angular frequency over upon that conduction of particular that medium plus having that omega epsilon. So if we consider as a in free space, as in free space, then uh, conduction equal to 0, and then epsilon is equal to epsilon naught and mu equal to mu naught. Okay, so you can substitute in this equation. So we'll have the completely that function, that propagation constant gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. So up to this one is intrinsic impedance formula. So which we have the propagation constant alpha plus j beta under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon. Now you can substitute here in free space, that is conduction 0 and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, mu equal to mu naught. So we'll have the function here after substituting these values, that 0 plus j omega under root of mu naught into epsilon naught. So after taking here substituting conduction is 0, so we'll have the completely j square, then omega square. So from the root we'll take it out j omega, then inside omega and epsilon. So we'll have the mu naught into epsilon naught. So we can calculate now for free space, which is having a real function is 0, that is attenuation constant, which is unit of Napier per meter, and then imaginary function will have the phase shift, that is phase constant. So phase constant, which is omega under root of mu naught into epsilon. So this one is for free space. Okay, so this will have the for free space. Now similar way you can calculate last one is wavelength. So last one is wavelength, that is how much each wave is going to travel for that medium. So to be calculate what is that wavelength. So wavelength is going to denote by lambda. So this one will be calculated completely one cycle, that is 2 pi radian. That wavelength to be calculated completely one cycle, that is 2 pi, that 360 degree. So the wave distance must be traveled by the wave to changes phase by 2 pi radian. So this will call it as wavelength. So we know the general thing lambda is equal to over upon which having the 360 degree 2 pi over upon the beta, which is phase shift constant as phase constant, which is wave is going to exist particular that medium. Okay, so where beta is equal to angular frequency under root of mu into epsilon. Now you can further you can simplify this wavelength, which is lambda is equal to 2 pi over upon omega under root of mu into epsilon, which also equal to, after rearranging this equation here, so 1 by under root of mu epsilon. So I have taken completely numerator, then denominator omega by 2 pi. So where omega by 2 pi is nothing but frequency. Okay, and then 1 by under root of mu epsilon is nothing but velocity. So which have the wavelength that is going to travel with respect to the time, which is v velocity over upon the frequency in a meter here. So now velocity can be expressed also, this velocity also you can express it from this equation, which is wavelength into that frequency meter per second. And for free space you can directly calculate lambda is equal to velocity by frequency. So this all completing this 6 wave equations. Now let us summarize this one completely, have which we have done the all the equations, that is wave is going to travel of any of the medium. Now propagation of electromagnetic waves in any medium, which we have seen that all the 6 equations of wave. So you can see that velocity, which we calculated without taking any medium, just you can write it this all equations for particular wave is going to travel. So velocity v equal to, which we calculated, v equal to under 1 by under root of mu into epsilon equal to omega by beta, that is meter per second. Similar way you can take the function of that having propagation constant gamma. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta under root of that equal to under root of j omega mu of sigma plus j omega epsilon. This unit of propagation constant is per meter. Okay, and then other from this one propagation constant. So this is our real function alpha. So this real function will call it as attenuation constant, that wave how much is going to travel attenuated, how much is going to attenuated per particular material, which call it as attenuation constant, which alpha. So alpha can be calculated further mu epsilon by 2, then an underscore under root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon underscore minus 1. So this one is Nepper per meter. The unit of alpha is Nepper per meter. Similar way, that imaginate function phase shift constant or phase constant, so which having that completely of this equation from the alpha, only the sign will changes here. This one is minus and this one is plus. Okay, and that unit is radian per meter. And for that particular traveling such medium, you can calculate the what is that impedance of that medium. Suppose if you take that silver, copper, aluminum, or which we are using that any of the material. So further, if you calculate that what is that resistance value from the electromagnetic waves that travels such medium, that eta is equal to under root of j omega epsilon by sigma plus j omega epsilon here, j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Okay, now wavelength of that one is, wavelength is lambda is equal to 2 pi by beta, which also equal to velocity by frequency. So this one is a general equation of having completely for any of the medium that electromagnetic waves having. So this one is very very important. You have to remember this tabular column completely. Okay, and then we can solve the problem from any of the once this reaching this electromagnetic waves particular any of the medium, we have the conditions of those mediums, like what will be the conductivity, and then what will be the permittivity, and then permeability, those values if we know it, that you can calculate, you can substitute in this equation, and further you can calculate it. Okay, so this is the main having a tabular column. Now I will show that one example, those considering table, which we are going to see that any of the medium. So this is our general wave equation, general wave that is going to travel any of the medium, and then for that medium, how this having in free space, and then perfect, that is lossy dielectrical medium, and then lossy dielectrical medium, and then having that perfect or good conductor, so which is going to penetrate completely to the those mediums. Okay, suppose if it is going to penetrate in free space. Okay, so it propagate in the free space, so that time we need to consider these are the conduction conditions here, these are the values. Okay, and if it is going to have that lossless dielectrical medium, so we need to take the this condition here. Okay, so here sigma very very, that is less, very very less than the angular frequency, and then having that epsilon. Now, if you consider a lossy dielectrical medium, where you can have the conduction is not equal to 0. So there we have the relative permittivity and relative permeability. Both we are going to have that some particular material, that medium, and then we can calculate further what will, how much that wave is going to travel. And similar way for good conductor. So where that good conductor, which is going to consider uh, very good conductivity material, which having conductivity is very high, so that is infinity. Then where epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, mu equal to mu r into mu naught. Okay, so this once it is reaches to the any of the waves to the such mediums, so we have to take the condition of these things. So let us consider here one example. I will show you how we are going to calculate in free space by considering all those 6 formulas of a particular that uniform plane wave travels to the in a free space. So for free space, we having condition is sigma equal to 0, epsilon equal to epsilon naught, mu equal to mu naught. So velocity, further we have the velocity equation is 1 by under root of mu naught into epsilon naught, where mu r and mu epsilon r both are 1. So in a free space. So there we have the plane wave having velocity 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Similar way, now propagation constant. So you can calculate here. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j into beta. So here we'll have the completely those equation tabular which we consider. So in this, if you substitute that sigma equal to 0, you can see it here. Sigma equal to 0. So this completely square having sigma by omega epsilon also 0. So which having under root of, after considering 0 here, 1 plus 0 is nothing but 0. So under root 1 plus 0 is 1. So under root 1 is nothing but 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0 here. So completely we'll have the attenuation constant is 0. Okay. And then for similar way, if you consider the beta, that is phase constant. So sigma is equal to 0 here. So under root 1 plus 0 is 1. So that 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. So 2 get cancelled here. 2 get cancelled. Okay. Then we'll have the omega and epsilon. Omega and epsilon here. So omega is nothing but in free space, omega equal to omega naught, and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught. You can substitute in this equation. Then that equation will have the beta is equal to j omega under root of mu naught into epsilon. So this one is for radian per second, which we are going to calculate for the in a free space, phase shift constant. Similar way for intrinsic impedance. So intrinsic impedance, we have the equation under root of j omega mu, j omega mu over upon sigma plus j omega epsilon. So if we substitute that value, sigma is equal to 0. Sigma is equal to 0. So which numerator and denominator having same function j omega get cancelled. So further we can simplify that equation as mu naught by epsilon naught. So taking that those values mu naught and epsilon naught value, we'll get it as 377 ohm, that is impedance. Then wavelength will have that same thing, 2 pi by beta. So this is the function how we are calculating that wave towers in the free space. Okay, so you need to remember that completely this tabular column. Then further we'll see the one small problem on this, and on this one they are asking repeatedly problems from the all the 6 equations from the uniform plane wave. Okay, so let us take one example here. The magnetic field intensity of uniform plane wave in a air is 20 ampere per meter in a y direction, that is going to travel in the y direction. The wave is propagating in z direction, that is a cap z, at angular frequency of 2 into 10 to the power of 9 radian per second. Okay, so which is having magnetic field intensity that is going to travel in the y direction, and with having that y direction, and then that wave travels in the z direction with a frequency of 2 into 10 to the power of 9 radian per second. So you need to calculate for this wave traveling what is the phase shift constant, wavelength, frequency, then amplitude of electric field intensity. Okay, amplitude of electric field intensity. So here given is magnetic field intensities, you can write it 20 ampere per meter, and then angular frequency they have given, angular frequency is radian per second, that is 2 into 10 to the power of 9 radian per second. Now first you need to calculate phase shift constant, which is they have mentioned in 8, that means it is free space. So you can write that phase shift constant formula, or you can write directly omega under root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Both are same only. Okay, so that beta you have the under root of mu epsilon by 2, then again in bracket under root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon square, then plus 1. So that completely under root. So either you can consider that or you can have this equation. So beta is equal to omega under root of mu naught into epsilon naught. So omega is 2 into that is 10 to the power of 9, and then you know that mu naught and epsilon naught value. So for that wave towels that having phase shift constant is after simplifying 6.672 radian per meter. And then that wavelength, second one is wavelength to be calculated. So which have the formula 2 pi by beta. So beta, that is wave phase shift constant calculated, and you can calculate how much is wave is going to travel. That is 2 pi. Completely one cycle will in a meter 0.9418 meter it will travels. Okay, so after substituting here, and then particular that frequency once it is travel to the 2 pi in one cycle, that frequency is omega by 2 pi. So 2 into 10 to the power 9 by 2 pi. So which have the frequencies 0.3183 megahertz. And then after calculating the frequency, so particular that medium which having that in free space, what will be that what will be that intrinsic impedance? That intrinsic impedance we calculated, that is 377 ohm in free space. And we'll have the intrinsic impedance both for electric field and magnetic field. That is ratio of the eta is equal to em by hm. That is intrinsic impedance, both the electric field and over upon magnetic field. So we'll get the resistance here. So which have the in free space 377, and given that magnetic field is 20. So we'll get electric field is 7.540 into 10 to the power of 3 volt per meter. So this much having a voltage after traveling the waves in the such medium, we can calculate that voltage what it will be. So up to this one is for uniform plane waves. I'll stop here. I think you have the class again 145. If you are having any doubt, you can ask.